Yo, what's up? This is Ipos Audio. My name is Liam Dawson, and right now I'm going to talk to you about buying samples. I've had a little bit of difficulty um, getting samples that I wanted or needed, um, and I'm gonna like help you learn from my mistakes. I've definitely gotten a lot of samples like it's really stupid, but you see something that just looks cool, like I don't know, like super awesome dubstep samples, and you're just like, yes, I'm gonna get these, and um, or like super awesome trap samples, uh, pack, volume 7. So it's like, then you get that, you buy it, and you don't listen to the demos, you go off of face value, you're like, that's what I want, I'm gonna get it. But you gotta fucking check the demos and like see if it's actually, in your vein. Um, So don't go off of face value for sure. And yeah, listen to the demos and know that packs are filled with certain things. You don't want to buy flabby kits. Like if you get a pack of stuff and it's mostly just loops that you're never going to use or fucking samples that are not the right genre or don't sound right for your sound, you know, um, you know, or they're filled, they're just filled with stuff that you don't need. Like me personally, I just like samples. A lot of packs you get, they give you, build a song kit with like the drums, the loops, all the different loops like bass, leads, all the different shit, and they give you construction packs, and that's garbage to me. I don't want to make a pre-made song. Um, so me, I personally just like to get samples, just one hits, drum sounds. That's it, drum sounds only, no superfluous shit. Um, and Loop Masters is really good for that. I like Sample Phonics. They've got some interesting stuff in there, but um, right now I'm kind of leaning towards more trap and dubstep and like taking those genres and like using like fusing them together and with a lot of rap so that it's less EDM and more hip hop. Um, so Loop Masters has been great, but they have lots of stuff. They have tons of different genres, hip hop, all that stuff, and you can go in and when you click on buy, it'll give you a bunch of options, and one of the options is just one hits, and it's for like a a certain amount less. It's like $50 for the whole pack, but only $20 for 140 drum sounds. And I'm just like, that's what I want, so that I can fucking buy like 2 more packs after this, and so yeah, and make sure you always got a nice little like drum sample library that you can always go to. I recently got some drum samples, and it was a great buy. Um, I'm actually pretty fucking stoked. One of my main things is just like, don't waste money on samples you don't need. And I've just been in the market for some really good samples for a while, and I managed to find some. I had a little bit of extra cash, so yeah. Um, so lately, I've been messing with this 808 pack. It's kind of mediocre. Um, it's not one of the packs that I've bought recently. It's like kind of an old pack. I had this Future Dub one shots, which didn't have the sounds I was looking for at all. Hip hop drums, which I have used. Electronic hip hop, I have used that. Dre kits, I definitely used, and I used a lot of these drum hits for sure. I used a lot of these. I used these quite a few times, and I did use some of these, but the new sounds are this Singo Maker's Trap Ultra Pack, which I definitely recommend. It's got some pretty good vocal cuts.
2, 1, hollow, bounce, beat, bounce, back, beat, do, check, yo, bad bass, 1, my dot, ray, let go, let boom.
I don't know. I thought those were kind of interesting. I don't know if I'll use those, but it definitely had some great. It's got some good snare rolls. I don't know if I'll use those. That's more for like EDM, but it did have some pretty sick kicks. The kicks are solid as fuck. So yeah, I got one trap kit, which is this Singo Makers one. It's got some good hi hats for sure. I like how some of the hi hats are. They've got this little tick sound towards the beginning. It's not like this one, which is just your run of the mill. You know, it's got a little bit more interest to it. It's got some good crashes. And then clap snares. All of them are really interesting. They don't sound like just basic 808 shit. They sound like layered, and they've been like fucked with and processed a little bit. You got some reverb. Really easy way to take reverb off something you don't want reverb on in Ableton. So this is your reverb tail. You can just cut it off like this, or you can mess with the envelope. So drop the sustain, drop the release, and then your decay determines how long it is. That's too tight. Yeah. So yeah, I had some pretty interesting samples in there. Some stuff that I'm not too stoked about. But then I got these dubstep snares, which was pretty much like I just wanted your standard run of the mill, like dubstep snares that sound like Skrillex or Getter or something like that, with a lot of punch. Like this one's pretty dope. Like I'd fucking fuck with this one. Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked about those ones. And then I got this Black Octopus Monster Kicks, which is like all EDM style kicks, mostly for dubstep. But yeah, there's like 100 of them in there. Yeah, so I'm gonna be messing with those. It's gonna take me a little while to like adjust to them for sure. I've definitely been like holding myself back from getting kits. And some of the stuff in those kits, like they don't sound like super fucking amazing, but I know that if I like fuck with them and like purposefully use them and try to find ways to use stuff, you know, um, you know, yeah, it'll help me like grow a little bit. I definitely want to keep on doing this like dubstep mixed with trap, but it's instrumental, like made for rappers. So it's less drop oriented and more about like rap, so there's got to be space, um, frequency space for the vocals and shit like that. But I'm pretty pleased with the samples I got. But yeah, basically, just as far as this video goes, this lesson goes, is be careful. Like, make sure that you're getting what you want. Um, you know, uh, and if you get new samples, and like, even, I don't know, like I've gotten sample packs that I haven't really didn't really think were awesome, but I've still used them and used them pretty well and made some pretty cool stuff with them. You can do lots of unconventional stuff, like using something from one genre and mixing it in with another. You know, um, trying to find that new sound. But yeah, gonna wrap this up. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit. Ipos Audio, Liam Dawson. Peace.